Hello and welcome to Grade 2 Music Theory Untangled. The lessons for this video series for Grade 2 assume that you have completed the work in Grade 1 Music Theory Untangled. There are 8 video lessons and 9 worksheets. Watch this short video for Lesson 1, which focuses on time signatures and note values. Then find the concepts discussed in your concept sheets. Refer to these concepts as you complete the exercises for this lesson. Mark your work using the answer sheets and remember that there will be sometimes more than one correct answer. If you are unsure, check with your teacher. Let's dive in. Here is a quick revision of note and rest values. This series of videos uses both languages to describe notes, as some countries describe them as a whole note, half note, etc. and some countries use the names semi-breve, minim, etc. Each note has an equivalent rest. In other words, each note is worth a certain amount of time as a sound, and each corresponding rest has a certain amount of time as silence. For example, a minim is a long note held for 2 counts, and a minim rest is a long rest where there is silence for 2 counts. A dot after a note or rest makes that note or rest longer by half again. For example, a dotted minim or dotted half note is worth 3 counts because it is made longer by half again. It is normally 2 counts long and half of 2 or 1 is added. By combining notes together, we form rhythm, and that is laid over a beat. A time signature tells you how many beats per bar as well as what type of beat. This is done by using 2 numbers. These 2 numbers are not fractions. They are just one number on top of the other. The top number tells you how many beats there are in each bar, and the bottom number tells you what type of beat or how long each beat is going to be. If there is a 4 on the bottom, then each beat will be a quarter note or a crotchet. If there is an 8 on the bottom, then each beat will be an 1/8 note or a quaver. We will start with simple time signs. These mean that each beat can be divided in 2 and what note will represent it. The most common time signs that most musicians are used to looking at is 2/4, 3/4 and 4/4 time. The bottom number 4 tells you that each beat is worth 1 crotchet or quarter note. If the top number is a 2, then there will be 2 beats in each bar. If the top number is a 3, then there will be 3 beats in each bar. If the top number is a 4, then there will be 4 beats in each bar. If there is a triplet, then all 3 quavers are played in the same time as 2 quavers and is a hint that you are in simple time. Here is an example of a rhythm in 4/4 time, and this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how all the notes in that bar add up to 4 beats. Here is an example of rhythm in 3/4 time, and this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Note how all the notes in that bar add up to 3 beats. Also note that each beat can easily be divided into 2. Here is an example of a rhythm in 2/4 time, and this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 1, 2. Notice how all the notes in that bar add up to 2 beats. Here is an example of a rhythm in 3/4 time with a triplet, and this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Notice how all the bars in that bar add up to 3 beats. Also, note that each beat can easily be divided into 2. In compound times, we put quavers or 8 notes into groups of 3 and count each group because compound time signs often have larger top numbers than simple time and can be difficult to count. If there's an 8 on the bottom, it means that a quaver or 8th note is going to be worth 1 count. This example is compound duple time or 6/8. This means that there will be 6 quaver or 8th notes in each bar, but we will be counting them in groups of 3, therefore there'll be 2 groups. Also, a duplet is a hint that we are in compound time. Here are some examples of rhythms in 6/8 time, and this is what they sound like, one after the other. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Notice how all the notes in that bar are grouped in 3, and the number of groups is 2. Also note that each beat can easily be divided into 3. Here are some examples of rhythms in 9/8 and 12/8 time. Notice how all the notes in that bar are grouped in 3, and the number of groups is 3 for 9/8 time and 4 for 12/8 time. Also note that each beat can easily be divided into 3. You are now ready to work through the Lesson 1 worksheets. The information in this lesson can be found in your concept sheets. Read these carefully, then complete the worksheet for this lesson. Mark your work by comparing your answers to the answer sheets. Remember that there may be more than one correct answer for each question. If you are unsure, check with your teacher. See you next lesson.